Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about the speed of the road. What is the speed limit of roads? How can you tell the speed of the road when you are driving? Many learners, many comments actually I get on my videos on my channel regards to how do I know the speed of the road? How can I tell the speed of the road? When I'm driving, I don't know whether the speed is 30, 20, 50, 60, I don't know. How do I know? What can I do? How can I tell the speed of the road? So this is what we are going to talk about in this video. Let's start the lesson. Okay, so the speed of the road. How do I know? How can I tell the speed of the road? Speed is one of the most important when you are driving, because if you speed more than the road speed, you'll be fined, you'll get penalty on your license, and you don't want that. And there's a reason why we have speed limits. Why? Because it's dangerous. Unless we drive the speed of the road, we can be dangerous on the road. And the way we do that is if we know what is the speed of the road. So we're going to go now, and I'm going to drive on different roads, giving you ideas, giving you how you should know, how can you tell the speed of the road. Now before that, we need to understand some rules. We need to understand some principles when it comes to the speed of the road, when it comes to the speed limit of the road. So I'm going to give you some principles for you to bear in mind when you are driving regards to the speed limits of the road, okay? And this is what you need to know for you to know what is the speed of the road, what is the speed limit of the road. So in the UK, national speed limits for different roads. And here in this video, we are talking about only cars. We're not talking about motorbikes. We're not talking about lorries or vans, only cars. The channel is all about learn to drive. So we are talking about cars only. So in the build up areas, it's 30 miles per hour. That's the maximum. Single carriageway is 60. Dual carriageway, it's 70. And motorway, it's 70. When it comes to cars, these are the basic principles, the basic rules you need to bear in mind, okay? So in the build-up areas, it's 30 for car, single carriageway, it's 60, dual carriageway, it's 70, and motorway, it's 70. You need to remember that, memorize that, and keep it in your head when you're driving. So now, build-up areas, how do I know? You would know because you will have street lights. Where it has street lights on the road, so any road with street lights, it is 30. That is the basic rule in the UK. Now when it comes to Wales, the rules has changed recently. They have 20. So in Wales they have 20 in the build up areas, meaning roads with street lights, it is 20 for them. But in the UK the rules are still the same, which is build up areas, roads with street lights, it is 30. Roads with no street lights, single carriageway is 60, dual carriageway is 70. So now how do we know the build up areas? You would know by knowing if there's a road with street lights. So if you see a road with street lights, it is build up area and it is 30. When it comes to Wales, it's 20. Their law changed recently, okay? Then we have single carriageway, meaning where there is no street lights, it is 60, dual carriageway, 70. Can you remember that? Make sure you know that, keep that in your head so you know. So then we have this sign. What does this sign means? This is national speed limit. On single carriageway, it is 60, dual carriageway, it is 70, and if it's a motorway, it's 70. This sign, you need to remember, any speed limit on the road, you will have a red circle with a speed in the middle, which means that's the maximum speed you could drive on this road. So red sign with a circle, it means you cannot drive any more than the speed in the middle. That's the maximum speed. Then you have this sign, which is a blue with speed. What does that mean? It means that's the minimum you could drive in that road. You cannot drive any less than that. There are some roads, it is dangerous for you to drive less than certain speed, which means the road is telling you that this is the speed you should be driving, no less than that. And it has blue circle. Okay, so red circle means that's the maximum you could drive. Blue circle means that's the minimum you could drive. Remember that? Make sure you remember that, okay? Then we have council. Local council has the rights to give different speeds for different roads because of road works, because of build up areas, schools, road is too busy, people around, cyclists, and because of those reasons, council can give different speed for different roads, and different council will give different zone. It will have a zone, meaning if you see a similar road sign as this one, it means, can you see speed? And it says zone, which means there is a zone, meaning an area, a small area where the speed limit is going to be in that zone, is going to be that speed. Next thing you need to remember is when a speed starts on a new road, it will start with big sign like this one, big sign like this. Can you see? It's big, which means it just started. Then you will have this kind of sign where a small disc, and that means it's reminding, which means the speed has already started, and this is only a reminder reminding you that the road with the speed is 20 and it's still 20. It has already started 20 while ago. That's what it's saying. So small one means it's reminding, big means it just started. Okay, one other thing is that if the road is saying 30, 40, 50, it means that's the maximum. Now, it will depend on the road condition, okay? Just because the road is saying 30, it doesn't mean you should drive 30 if it's not safe. So it's 30, maybe the road is too busy, maybe too many people around, maybe children around, maybe too many parked cars. Just because it's 30 the maximum, it doesn't mean by law you have to do 30. You should drive the speed on the road according to the road condition. What is the condition of the road? So if the road is maximum 30, but it's not safe to do 30, do as much as you can, maybe 25, maybe 20. Okay? Also, if the road is safe and it's asking you to do 40 or maybe 30, and it is safe for you to do 30 or 40 according to the speed, then you should drive as much as you can up to this speed. So if it's 30 and it's safe to do 30, you should do 30, 28, 29, 30, because it is safe. If you don't, you are encouraging others behind you to overtake, and that could be dangerous. Okay, so you will depend on the condition of the road. If the road is safe enough to do the maximum, you should do that. If not, do as much as you can. And the other thing is, nowadays in the UK, you will find many roads which is 20. Local councils put 20 on many build up areas. Why? Because to keep the road safe. Now, I know it is difficult, and it is difficult to keep up with 20 or keep it to 20. It seems you are walking. It is difficult. Now, you might not like it, but law is the law. Okay, you can't break the law. You might not like it, but that's not the point. The point is the council has put 20 on that road. You should be driving 20. You shouldn't be breaking the law. If you don't like it, what do? If you don't agree with the speed of 20 in your area, then don't break the law. Let your council know. Let your local MP know. So get few people who agrees with you. Raise your voice. Let the council know. Let your local MP know that we think the road 20 in this area is a bit too less. And we think it could be dangerous if it's 20. We think it should be more than that. So you could let the officials know, you could let the council know, but you can't break the law just because you don't agree with it. Don't get angry, drive what the rule of the law is. Okay? Now, the other rule, which is the most important rule for you to keep in mind when you're driving, is that in the UK, like I said, in the build up areas, it is 30. So, road with street lights, it is 30, which means that you won't get any reminders. Because that is the rule, that is the default, which means you're not going to get any reminders. When you go to a new road from 30 to 30, you won't be any reminders. So that means the maximum is 30. But if it's anything other than 30, you will get reminders. So for example, you're driving on a zone which is 20. You go to a new road from 20 and there is no other sign saying anything different. It means it's still 20, but then you will get reminders. Same with 40, same with 50, same with other speed, except 30. So if you're driving on the road which is 30, you go to a new road and there's no different, any other sign telling you anything differently, it means it's still 30 and there's no reminder, which means it's 30, because that is the default of build up areas. I hope you understand that, okay? So now let's go and do some driving, okay? Okay, so let's go and do some driving on different roads, giving you some ideas. Hopefully, it's going to help you to understand when you're driving how to know the speed of the road. Hopefully, it will help you to understand, okay? So this is the road we are driving. Now, this road is built up, as you can see, it's called street lights, okay? Now, the default is 30 unless the road marking or road speed telling you otherwise. Remember, the default of build up areas is always 30 unless the road markings or the road signs telling you otherwise. Now this road, if there was no sign, it means street lights, which means default is 30. But can I drive 30 in this road? That's the question. It's called parked cars, which means I can't do 30 in this road. So I'm going to drive as much as I can and keep looking if there's a sign saying if the speed is different than 30. If not, it is 30, but can I do 30? Number two, as I can see from here, the road is 20 because the sign is already saying. So I don't need to know, or I don't need to look for anything else other than it says 20 here. So when I'm driving, I'm going to be doing 20. And from this road, when I go to a new road and there's no other sign saying anything else, it means it's still 20, and then keep looking because there will be reminders. Like I said, anything other than 30, it will be reminders. Make sense? Let's go. Okay, so here we know this road is 20. How do we know? Look over there. Can you see it? It's 20. At the end of the road, we will go right. Mirror, mirror, signal right. Okay, so as you drive, always keep looking, keep reading the road, and make sure you know, and keep the principles that I gave you in the beginning. Make sure you remember those so you know. So we're coming from 20. Can't see anything here actually, it's quite busy. A lot of parked cars. Okay, so this road is still 20. How do we know? Because when we entered, there's no sign saying anything other, which means continues with 20. It will be reminders because it's 20. Can you see over there? It's 20 over there. We're going to wait here. Okay, can you see the 20 over there? So we know it's 20. Okay, we're going to go next road left. Mirror, mirror, signal left. Okay, we're going to go to a new road. So from 20, we go to a new road. We must read and see if the speed changes. So what's the speed? Still 20. It says on the road, 20. Okay? Keep looking. So we know this is 20. We can't do more than 20 in this road. So it's all about reading. Make sure you read the road. I'm going to wait here. And there's a gap on my right. 20 over there. There's a 20 over there. It's saying. So we know it's a reminders. Like I said, anything other than 30, it will be reminders as you're driving. Okay, I'm going to go straight here. Okay, wait here. Give you a line. No one coming. Okay. So we know it's still 20 because when we came in, there was no sign saying anything other than 20. It was 20, it's still 20. Can you see the speed over there? Over there, can you see? 20 there. I'm going to go right, mirror, mirror. Signal right. Okay, so we are going to a new road now. So what's the speed going to be? Is there anything saying? There's no different. It's still a small one. Can you see over there? Small disc. It means reminding you is still 20. Remember I said if they're going to change you the new speed, it will be a big one. And if it's still the same, it will be reminders with every small circle like a disc over there. Can you see on the right? There. Still 20. Okay, so I can't do more than 20. It's like walking. Like I said, even though you don't like it, don't break the rule. Don't break the law. That is not your job. You have to obey the rule. You have to maintain what the road is saying. If you don't like it, like I said, let your council know If you have a reason, let your MP, local MP know, but don't break the rule and don't break the law. Okay, I'm gonna go left on the traffic light. Go left. Mirror, mirror. I'm gonna go left. Signal left. Okay, so this is 20. I'm gonna go to a new road now. When I go to a new road, as I go left, I must look if the road speed changes. If it doesn't, if I don't see a new sign, it means it is still 20. Okay, so if it's going to change, they're going to change it with a big sign saying that from here it starts the different speed. Okay, if there is no big sign, it means it's still 20, and there will be reminders. If you could keep those things I said in the beginning, if you keep those in your mind, and if you could remember those principles, those rules, it will make it easier for you to know and know that what is the speed of the road. If you drive on a road which is built up area and the default is 30, so say you're driving and you don't know, you forgot, maybe you didn't see a sign for a while, and you just confused what's the speed of the road, and if you see the road is built up, meaning it has street lights, then you know the default is 30 unless there's a reminder. So if you don't see a reminder for a while and there's no other speed sign, then that means it is 30. Remember, the 30 speed limit doesn't come as reminders because that's the default. Okay, I'm gonna go left. There's a cyclist here. Okay, go to new road. As I go in, what do? I look. Okay, here it says 20 with a small sign, which means just reminding me it's still 20. So there is no big sign saying the road speed is changing. So it's telling me it is still 20. As you can see, the road 20, driving in this road, it can be difficult, but what can we do? I might not agree with it. There's 20 over there saying, so we know it's 20. And like I said, the road is big enough and it looks 20 is too low for this road, but that's the rule. 20 over there, can you see? So anything other than 30, you will get reminders. If it's 30, because it's default, no reminders. So yes, if you don't like it, what can we do? You can't break the law. Okay, 20 over there, can you see? 20. Many in this area actually, because this road is 20, they're not happy with it, because they say the road is big enough to do 30. Why is it 20? Now what can you see? Big sign. Can you see? On the left? Can you see on the right? Big signs. What does that mean? From 20 is changing to 30. So we know from here is 30. Your sat-nav will give you a reminder. You could get help from your sat-nav, your speed. It will say what the speed of the road is, but it's not always right. So make sure you read the road and you know, because the sat-nav speed is not always right. It can be wrong. Sometimes it says 30, but it's actually 20. Or sometimes it's 20, actually it's 30. So make sure you read the sign, you know. You could get help from that, just as an example for a short while, but make sure you know what the next speed is. Make sure you read the road and know what the sign is saying, okay? So if you're confused on a road, you don't know what the speed is, until you find the next sign, you could get help what the speed is saying by your sat-nav, but like I said, don't use that as a guideline. It can be wrong, okay? So we're gonna go straight. So what's the speed here? We're gonna go left here actually. We're gonna go left. Okay, so we go to a new road. Is there any new speed? No. So what does that mean? 20. Is it? No, it's 30, because we saw change to 30. So now we came to a new road from there, and there's no speed, there's no other sign. What does that mean? It's 30. Okay? So 30, you don't get any reminders, do you? Why not? Because, like I said, 30 is default. It has street lights, and 30 already started. It means there is no reminders, because that's the default of build up areas. Okay? So I'm driving 30 here, 29, 28, and it's safe to do that, and I will do that. If not, I will do as much as I can. But it is safe for me to do 28, 29. I'm going to go right on this roundabout. Mirror, mirror, signal right. I'm going to a new road now. Remember, I'm going to a new road. What does that mean? I'm in 30 now, and I have to check if it's still 30, okay? So I'm going to a new road. It is 30. What's it going to be? As you can see, look, 20 on both sides with big signs. What does that mean? It means the road is 20. So from that road, 30, we came to a new road. What do? Read the road quickly, see if it changes, and it did change. What's the speed? And it's 20. If I miss that, I'll be in trouble unless I find the next reminder, okay? Now, like I said, now this road is 20. What do you get? Can you see reminder over there? Okay, so anything other than 30, you will get reminders. I hope you are getting it. I hope you understand. And I'm going to repeat a few times so that you get it, you understand it, okay? So please don't complain on the comments saying I repeat too many times. That's my job. I have to make sure that I'm going to go left actually here. Mirror, mirror, signal left. So what's the speed starting now? Look, 30. Can you see? 30 now. So use 20, and now from here it is 30. So when I go left, it's still 30 unless a new sign is telling me different speed, okay? Yes, sometimes I do get some saying that I repeat. That's one of the hazard of my job. Is what we call occupational hazard. We feel that unless we repeat, you don't get it. And this is why we repeat. I do get sometimes here and there someone says, is there any speed limit here? No, no change, okay? They say that I repeat. But like I said, that's part of my job. So what's the speed here? 30. Okay, good. Is there any reminders for 30? No. Why not? Because that is the default in the UK. In Wales, it will be 20. That will be the default because their rules changed recently, like I said. But in the UK, meaning England, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, we still have the default 30 on build-up areas. So as you can see, there is no repeat on 30. Why? That's the default, as you can see. If it was 20 or any other speed, it will be reminders. Okay? Do you get it? Let me know please on the comment if it helps, because then I know the video is actually helping. So do let me know on the comment what do you think, and is it helping? Roundabout coming up, we're going to go straight on second exit. Roundabout, straight on second exit. As we enter the roundabout, there's no speed saying any different, meaning it's still 30. Okay? Look on our right. Look on our right. Is a car coming? Now we go. It's still 30. How do we know? Because it was 30 and there is no speed, there is no sign saying it changed. So it's still 30. I'm going to go left here. We're going in. As we go in, we must look for road signs, for road speed. What can we see? Did it change? No. So what does that mean? It's still 30. It continues 30. Okay. We wait here. Even though it's green, but there is a problem. There's traffic over there. This is why the car in front is not moving. So we just wait here until it is safe for us to go. I'm going to wait here with the neutral because we're waiting here for a while. We just go to neutral. Now we see the car in front is moving, all the mirrors, and we move. Now we see the sign roadworks. This is the reason why. It has a traffic light, temporary traffic light. Okay, there is a speed here reminding us for 30 because of the roadworks over there. It's reminding us that it's still 30. Okay, so even though it's default and you don't get reminders for default, every now and again they will show you, they will give you the reminder just to make sure that maybe in this case the road work, so that you know it's still 30. Okay, so every now and again, even though it's default, you might still get reminders, but don't expect, if you don't see it for a while, then you know that's the default. That is the build up area, that is 30 for default. Okay, so it doesn't mean every now and again they're not going to give it. Every now and again they might give it still, even though it's default. But just bear in mind, if you don't get reminders, you know why. You know it's because it's the default. Traffic light is green. We're going to get ready. We don't move until the car in front moves, even though we know it's green, but they have to move first before we go. Okay, so speed here is what? 30. I should remember that. Many learners, the reason because they forget to keep up with it. Okay, what's the speed? There's another reminder over the 30. Like I said, every now and again they'll give you that. It's still 30. Okay, okay, this is the reason why. What's the speed here? What's it here? National speed limit. Can you see? So from here, it's a single carriageway. What's the speed? It's 60. Roundabout, third on the right. Third on the right. So I'm going to slow. Slow. Look on my right. Look on my right. Okay, keep signaling right. That's first. That's second. And after that, signal left, blind spot. Okay, good. Now, before we enter the roundabout, what was the speed? It was the national speed limit sign. What does that mean? Single carriageway, it's 60, which means this is a single carriageway. So what's the speed? It's 60. If you miss that sign, you're going to be in trouble. As you can see here, there's no sign. Why? Because the sign was already given before the roundabout. So we know it's 60. Now the car in front is only going 40. We know because we are doing 42. But this road is 60. Now they're going 50. Okay. The car in front is going too slow. It's 60, but they're only going 35. Okay. Okay. We can't overtake here because there's a bend coming up. We're just going to stay behind this car. Okay. There's a roundabout coming up. On that roundabout, we're going to follow North Baddesley or second on the right. Okay. So it's second on the right, or the sign is saying North Baddesley. Okay. There's a bend here. Because of this bend, we didn't overtake, even though the car in front was only going 30, 35. Okay. I mean, imagine overtaking here. It's dangerous, isn't it? We can't even see who's coming. And you shouldn't be overtaking on those situations, okay? So here we're going to go second on the right, mirror, mirror. We're going to go right, signal right. We're going to a new road. This is 60. When we go to new road, we must read if it's still 60 or if it's different, okay? Okay. We go right. We go, and this is the one we're going to come off. As you come off, look for the sign. Look for the sign. There's a sign here saying national speed limit. Can you see over there? National speed limit sign. Small one. What does that mean? It's a reminder. It's already been 60 for a while. Okay, it's giving you a reminder. If you just started, it will be a big one. So it's 60 here. Before we couldn't do 60 because of that car in front, but now we can. There's nobody there, and it's safe. And we're going to do 60. Why is 60? Because national speed limit is 60 on a single carriageway. Do you know the difference between single and dual? If not, like I said, watch this video to know the difference. Okay, 60 here. Roundabout coming up. We are still following North Bardesley. So we're going to look on the sign and look for North Bardesley, which way we need to go, which exit we need to take. We look at the sign and we follow North Bardesley. Okay? It's still 60 because we don't see a sign saying differently. Okay? Okay, so we need to look at the sign and see which way North Bardesley. Can you see? Second exit straight. Normally, we need the left lane. In this case, left lane is not going straight, which means we need the right lane. Why? Because this is what the road marking is saying. This is what the road marking is saying. Okay? Okay. And from here, mirror, mirror, signal. As we come off, look at the sign. What's it saying? Can you see over there? What's it saying? National speed limit sign over there. Can you see it? Done. But again, you got another problem. The car or the vehicle in front is only driving what? 40. Traffic light coming up, we're going to go right. We're going to go right. Remember, we're going to a new road now. So look for the speed. Still 60. So we're going to look for this sign. And we're going to go right. Mirror, mirror, signal right. What's the speed? It's 40. Starts here, 40. If you go straight from here, it's 40. Okay? But we're not going straight, we're going right. So because we're going right, it's another new road. We need to see if the speed changes. Okay? So we go right here. As I look in, I see the speed changes. So what's the speed now? Can you see? Big one. What's the speed? It's 30. So now it's 30. So road work over there. We've got a temporary traffic light. So we're going to wait around here. We're going to wait here. Okay, we'll wait here. It says here, wait here until green light shows. So make sure you should be able to read this sign if it's a temporary traffic light. Okay, so as we came in, remember it was 60 and then it said 40. If we went straight, it would have been 40, but because we went to a new road, we have to see if the speed changes. It did, and it's 30. So we know this road is 30. Now, road works, maximum is 30. Can you do 30? That's the question. If it's safe, you do 30. If not, as much as you can. Okay, but we know the speed is maximum 30 in this road. Why? Because the sign was saying. And that's what you do. You keep reading as you drive on a new road, or as you're driving. Just keep driving and keep reading, and you know what the speed is. And if you could remember the principle I gave you in the beginning, if you could remember that and bear that in mind when you're driving, you should never go wrong when it comes to speed of the road. Okay. If you need extra help on learning to drive and to pass your driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs. So the course has everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass your driving test. Okay, it has over 30 videos on the course. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. And if you like it, you could always join the course. Okay. They're going right, but it was red. Just going. Okay. is 30, and another drive here. On the left it says cycle lane, so, and it is broken, which means if I need to go in, I can if there's a problem on the other side, but I must come off if it's safe. So now there's no one coming ahead, I don't need to go in, so I shouldn't be driving on it because this is cycle lane. If I need to, I can, but I must come off as soon as it's safe to come off. Okay, so it's 30 here, which I'm going to drive 30. No reminder here because it's default. Build up areas, houses around, street lights, and the default is 30. Sometimes they will remind, but like I said, in normal they won't, because that's the default. Dead on 30. There we go. And keep looking. Is it still 30? Yes, because there's no sign saying anything other. So I'm still doing 30. How are you doing? Is your test coming up? Let me know on the comment how you are. How is your learning going? How is this video doing? Is it helping you to understand? What's the speed? Can you see? Look, big signs, 50. As you can see now, the road is now 50. So from here, I do 50. How do I know? Because the road sign is telling me it's 50 now, okay? So I was dead on 50. Or what if I didn't read the road? Then I would know, okay? Then I look for the reminders, because there will be a reminder. If there's no reminder, then we know it is the default. But we know that 50 started, so this is 50. So even if the road has, can you see 50 here reminder? Look here. It's 50 here, okay? So even if the road has street lights, but it's giving you different speed, the road speed is sign is saying different, then you obey that, okay? What's the speed now? 40. Too big sign, now it's 40. It was 50, now it's 40. If I didn't read, I would miss that, okay? Okay. So what's the speed now? 40. Can you see the disc over there with 40? Okay. Keep reading. Make sure you know it's 40. What's coming up now? Can you see? 30. Can you see 30 now? Look. Big sign. Why is it big? Because from 40 now it's 30. Also on the floor it says 30. It's reminding you. So I hope the video is helping. I hope you understand now how to. It's actually quite easy. It's quite simple. If you could remember the principles I gave you in the beginning, and then keep reading the road, and you'll never go wrong. Okay? What's this sign saying? Also reminder here 30. Can you see 30? This sign is saying bend here towards left. So keep maintaining a good speed. You're gonna go right, mirror, mirror, signal right, still 30. Okay, I go to a new road. From 30, I go to a new road. Look for the speed. Is it changing? No. So what does that mean? So what's the speed? Still 30, yes? Because that's what it was when we came into this road. Before we came in, actually, it was 30, and it's still 30. Okay? So I hope this video helped, and I hope you understand now how to maintain and how to know the road speed. Okay, I hope it helps. Traffic light coming up, we'll go right. On the traffic light, we'll go right. This is 30. When you go to right, we need to see. Now we are joining a dual carriageway. Normally, dual carriageway, what is the speed? It's 70. Unless road markings tells you otherwise. Okay, so going right, and that is a dual carriageway. Mirror, mirror. If we went straight, it would have been 20. Can you see? Car coming, we got this place to go. So what's the speed? Even though it's dual carriageway, so what's the speed here? It says 50. Okay? So if that wasn't there, national speed limit would have been dual carriageway 70. But because the road sign is telling us what it is, we know it's 50. Okay? So we know that dual carriageway is 70 for car unless the road signs and road marking tells you otherwise. So in this case, what is it? It's 50. How do we know? Because the road sign is a reminder here. The road sign is saying it's 50. Okay? Like I said, if you need help on learning to drive and to pass the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has more than 30 videos on the course giving you everything you need as a learner to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. I'll leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please do give a thumbs up. And please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.